All right, when you think about the geopolitics of the Middle East, it's like this incredibly complex chessboard, right? Well, right now, a lot of the focus is zooming in on just one city, Haifa. Today, we're going to break down exactly why this Israeli port city has become a major flashpoint in a much, much larger power struggle.
So you got to be asking, why Haifa? What's the big deal about this one city? And that's the central question here. To really get why it's at the heart of this tense standoff, we first need to pull back and understand the long-standing rivalry that really sets the stage for this entire conflict.
You see, what's happening isn't just a random event. It's rooted in a deep, complicated rivalry that has been shaping the politics and security of the entire region for decades.
And at the absolute core of all this is the ongoing rivalry between Israel and Iran. Now, this isn't just some political disagreement. It's a fundamental clash that underpins so many of the security challenges we see in the Middle East, and it's what's fueling the tensions we're talking about today.
Okay, so with that regional picture in our minds, let's zoom right back in on Haifa. What is it about this specific city that's turned it into such a focal point?
For Haifa, it's all about location, location, location. First off, it's super close to the Lebanese border, which puts it smack dab on the front line of any potential conflict. But it also has this massive deep-water port, which is a vital economic gateway to the Mediterranean. We're talking a huge chunk of Israel's trade passes right through there. So you have this combination, right? It's a critical economic hub and a key military spot. And that, unfortunately, puts a giant target on its back.
But here's the thing. That strategic importance is now being completely overshadowed by a very modern and growing danger, and that is the threat of advanced missile systems. The stakes here for Israel are incredibly high. The development of these precision-guided missiles by Iran and its allies, well, that's seen as a potential existential threat. And we're not just talking about a military problem here. We're talking about a danger that could literally cripple the nation's most important infrastructure and its economy.
So what kind of threat are we actually talking about? This is way beyond basic rockets. We mean sophisticated, precision-guided missiles that are designed to overwhelm air defenses and hit critical targets with pinpoint accuracy. These kinds of systems completely change the rules of the game and can turn a regional dispute into a full-blown war pretty fast.
But, this isn't just a two-player game. Like with most conflicts in this part of the world, the reality is a tangled, complex web of different actors, and every single one has their own agenda. So let's quickly break down who's who. You've got Israel and Iran as the main rivals, obviously. Then you have Lebanon, which is a critical piece of the puzzle, mainly because it's home to Hezbollah, Iran's most powerful proxy force. And then you have other regional powers, like the Gulf states. They might not be directly involved, but their diplomatic moves and their money can absolutely shape what happens. It's a really crowded and volatile stage.
And because it is so complex, you can bet the rest of the world is on high alert. International observers are watching every single development because they know that one wrong move, one miscalculation here could send ripple effects across global energy markets and seriously impact international stability.
Which, of course, brings us to the most important question. Where is all of this heading? The future is really uncertain, and analysts are watching very closely for any signs of what might come next.
At the end of the day, what happens next really depends on a few key things. How will the military tech in the region keep evolving? Can diplomatic efforts actually de-escalate these tensions? And maybe, most importantly, what's going to be the long-term impact on the very delicate stability of the entire Middle East? And that leaves us with the final and really pressing question. Is the next move going to lead towards some kind of stability, or is it going to push this incredibly volatile region one step closer to an even wider conflict? Right now, honestly, the answer is just hanging in the balance.